Welcome to the halftime deep dive. Based on one half of football, it feels like the distinguishing factor in this game is the Niners defense is amazing. And for those reasons, they're up 14-3, and we are headed for an under. I do not know how the Seahawks dig themselves out of this hole. I don't really love their offensive scheme and approach. The offensive line looks like it's getting pushed back on every single drop back. So it's not really like you can adjust well with the scheme and with the quarterback you have. Geno Smith is not like, even though he's extremely fast and has athletic traits, he's not a guy that you want rolling out a ton. He operates better in the pocket, but he operates better in a clean pocket, and they're not providing that tonight. This has been a tough one. They're wasting lots of downs on the running attack, which is generating nothing because you're getting your ass beat by the defensive line for the Niners. The Niners are a truck defensively, and whatever Brock Purdy does, good or bad otherwise, doesn't seem to matter. At least in this game. A lot of Christian McCaffrey, which makes sense. George Kittle made a nice play on the touchdown. Brock Purdy made a nice play on the touchdown. I'll say something positive about him for once, I guess.
Have you been having problems, Patrick, with Prime? Mine would just straight up not start up to the point where I did a speed test. It's like, no, you have stupid fast internet. It's just the Prime's being dumb.
Were you watching it on a streaming device or on your phone?
No, I literally pulled it up on a computer on my other. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I said. I did a speed test. It's like just gave me the circle. It really struggled to get going. It's been all right now, but yeah, figure it out, Bezos. You know how much goddamn money I spent with you over the last month on Christmas presents?
Yeah, you're missing a lot of the highlighter green jerseys if you didn't know.
It's working now, but yeah, it feels like basically every run play with Walker has been a waste.
Yes.
And a lot of them have come at poor times. It's been hey, it's second and long after an incompletion. Should we run up the middle? Like, no, that's a spot where you shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah.
And then, or it's just like it's first down and they have the box stack. Should we give it to Kenny Walker? See what he's got in him?
So the funny thing, DK Metcalf, I think, is the type of wide receiver that really helps your offense like unlock God mode when you are up against a team that can't rush the passer. Yeah. And the opposite seems to be true. Like if you're up against a team that can get pressure on you, he's not really that effective. Like Ward is eating his lunch out there, and Ward is not necessarily a lockdown guy. I think he's obviously showing a lot of frustration. I think he needs to be able to get distance down the field in order to create separation. It's just not happening. They don't seem to have a good plan B in the passing game or a good plan C in the passing game. Anything that kind of goes over the middle feels like it's going to be intercepted. I don't really know that the Seahawks have the juice to get into the playoff picture, let alone win this game, let alone compete in this game. I'm inclined to lean Niners here and or under just because of what we've seen so far.
I wonder
anything change in the second half here with adjustments?
So what have we seen from Seahawks second? And granted, maybe this version of Seahawks isn't, we don't have enough to compare to because we haven't seen this version of the Seahawks much this year. But the fumble was a killer because a couple of these drives when they've just said, hey, we're going to throw it. We're going to throw it into the middle of the field. We're going to throw it to our good receivers. And that's plan A. It kind of worked. They dropped a pick. Like this game could look very different. So if they catch that, they catch that interception, maybe even return it. If one of those drives looks good, the Seahawks could be leading. And even at that point, I think we would say like, hey, the Seahawks probably shouldn't be leading this game. Because outside of a little bit here and there, the Niners defense has looked very good.
I know you played full game over. I think the play is second half under though.
Yeah, I'm not betting anymore in this game. I'm taking my thank you Noops. I'm gonna take my Kittle money.
Yeah, Kittle. Oh, nice, good job, man.
We had like a 7-pack, and Kittle was like 12-1, so it didn't pay. It wasn't.
All right, I'm gonna play
some. It's not like we got rich.
I'm gonna play some under. I'm going to play some under 20.5. I think the Seahawks plus 3.5 is dead. And I think I mean, if they fight back, if they make some tweaks, God bless them. They've been a great fourth quarter team. They've been a great second half team in general this year, but that hasn't been against defenses like this. It's just not going to work. This is like you struggled in the second half against the Panthers. The Panthers are like Niners junior. Like now you're playing the actual best defense in the NFL, and you're getting your lunch fed to you, especially if it's obvious passing downs in the second half. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Bosa's going to get a couple sacks. This is going to go sideways, so I don't mind being on an under. Let me ask you a broader question, and I kind of prepped you for this. Geno Smith's going to be a free agent. He has made a meaningful improvement in his ability to operate the quarterback position, and there's not a lot of good quarterbacks in the NFL. Do you take Geno Smith as a free agent if you are a quarterback needy team and you don't have draft capital? And I'm setting this up because I don't think the Seahawks long-term invest in him. My operating assumption is that they use the pick that they got from the Broncos to take a quarterback in this next draft and work with him as a project, as opposed to giving Geno Smith any kind of a deal. Am I crazy?
It's interesting because it's just like anything else. Where there's so many factors that you like. How interested are they? Are they interested enough to offer him reasonable money that he has to sit and actually think about? Like, that's a good contract, and I have good receivers here. It's a team on the up and up as far as draft capital. Like, maybe this is the place I want to be. But at the same time, there's going to be enough other spots that have good situations that need quarterbacks where he might be able to find a decent situation, get more money. Some guys aren't completely about the money. He's been in the league. He got his rookie deal. He got, some re-upped a couple times as backup. He's not poor. So I'm not 100% sure where his head would be on that, but somebody mentioned Tampa Bay. Somebody mentioned the Jets. I mean,
the Jets would be hysterical.
Yeah. The Jets would be truly hysterical, but
Jets are going to bring in
disrespect. That's funny.
The Jets are going to kick the tires on some quarterbacks who succeeded this year, namely Geno Smith and Sam Darnold. Those guys have shown flashes. Darnold in the mix for a playoff spot for right now. All right. Realistically, if the Seahawks probably would rather he gets signed and they get a compensation pick for him. That would be my guess as what they would like. Because I'm guessing, again, they're going to use draft capital to go get a quarterback. They may give him a courtesy offer, which might be the best offer he gets.
JetBlue Amigo says Colts. I mean, it has been 20 minutes since they got a new quarterback.
But
truthfully,
paying,
Colts make sense.
They're paying Matt Ryan next year.
They're paying Matt Ryan. Can Matt Ryan, if you retire, do you still get that money?
I think so.
Really?
Probably not. I don't know how that works.
I think the right thing is for him to just quit and then not take the money.
Take a job in the Jeff Saturday coaching hive as the offensive coordinator or something.
You know what's stuck with me about Matt Ryan more than anything?
What's that?
I don't remember who it was, but somebody, and they were like an Atlanta-based journalist. And Matt Ryan had posted a cute picture of his, like, maybe twin boys. I don't know if they're twins, but either way, he has two little boys. And apparently the local media called them the Ice Cubes. And, like, that has always stuck with me. They had a nickname for his twin boys, the Ice, because he's Matty Ice.
Whenever I think,
I don't know why I thought
blowing
of that
a 28-3 lead at the half in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, or whatever, they had a 28-3 lead. The key kind of going forward for any of those teams, if you're signing Geno Smith, I think you're trying to replicate the good parts of Seattle's offense this year, which is doable if you have if you can give him decent protection, provide him a pocket. If you have a couple of weapons, he's going to elevate you. If your singular problem is quarterback, I just don't know where the fit is, and I don't know who's going to give him money. So he may end up coming back to Seattle on a team-friendly deal and just sort of be the placeholder while they develop whoever they draft at the top of the draft. Presumably, Houston's going to take a quarterback 1 overall, and my guess right now is that would be Bryce Young. So presumably Seattle takes Stroud, and Stroud is tootled by Geno Smith. What do you think of that?
Did you just watch Hook? Did you say Tootled?
Tootled, yeah.
Hook is low key a really good movie.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Really?
Yeah, I think
You don't like it?
I think people broadly panned Hook.
Oh my god, there's so many fun little Easter eggs in there. When the kids get kidnapped, the inspector that comes is Phil Collins. He's on screen for like 30 seconds for no reason. For no reason, they get Phil Collins. One of the pirates dressed as a man is Glenn Close. Again, for no reason. Like, it was such a weird. I like it.
Did Phil Collins solve that murder in Something Was in the Air Tonight? So he is a good detective.
Yeah, that's where I would have brought him.
Yeah.
Take me home. I forget what the question was.
Does it make sense to bring back Geno Smith and run it back with him as your QB with a CJ Stroud as his mentee? It's a protege mentor situation, right? Will Geno Smith sign up to be the mentor
I would not.
A protege like CJ Stroud? Does CJ Stroud need a year of development, or do you start him immediately?
If you tell me, as I'm Geno in this situation, if you tell me that you're going to draft one of the quarterbacks high and you want me to mentor him, I'm moving my percentage of listening to other offers up a lot. And that's just, I don't think that's like a shitty trait in a person. That's just self kind of preservation. No, I'm going to go somewhere where I'm safe. You know how many times, how I fought for this? It's like the Brock Purdy thing today. People were like, will Brock Purdy play? When it said it's coming down to if he can handle the pain, yeah, he's playing. This is his shot. You don't get shots all the time.
Sure,
but he probably got 3 or 4 shots before the game. But
yes,
you don't get big shots like this. And you have to take advantage of him. You have to so much. And any of those young quarterbacks, they're going to go in the top 5, 10. They're day one starters. I don't think you want that situation.
Okay.
And smart teams would start those guys right away to at least feel what they got.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that all sounds right. So, yeah, I mean, the Bucs is an interesting call because presumably Brady's out. And they need someone. They're definitely not elevating anyone from within, and they don't have the draft. They're not going to have the draft capital, and they're not on a timeline to develop. They need to plug and play. So Geno makes a ton of sense for Tampa. Not that I would consider them contenders with him, but that's this type of system you want. That actually might even work.
Where was Gwyneth Paltrow in Hook? Now, the chat has got me tilted.
Gwyneth Paltrow? Are they thinking of Julia Roberts, who played Tinkerbell?
Oh, she was young Wendy. She was in a flashback scene. Fucking A. Patrick.
Wow. Mind blown. Gwyneth Paltrow was young Wendy?
Goop. And now she makes those weird candles.
Yeah. It's been quite a ride.
It's been quite the ride for Gwyneth.
Mm-hmm. We haven't heard from her in a hot minute. I hope everything's well over there.
I mean, I think she's kind of standing over a vat making candles. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that all works, but
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. I have do you know when World Cup awards are voted on? So we dug into this today. I did, at least.
What did you find out? Because I can't figure it out.
I still have no answer on this. The way I read one article that almost made it sound like it's not all one big thing.
That's my impression as well.
Obviously the Golden Boot is just, hey, we have to look at the stats.
There's no award to be given. Yeah, that's not a thing.
It's not an award to be given. It's just given to
Golden Ball, Young Player, and Golden Gloves are all awarded based on opinion. The first team FIFA is awarded based on opinion.
But Golden Gloves, if there's a stalemate, then they go to stats.
Yeah, but what is it?
So wild.
That feels like you have 50 people in a room and it's 25 to 25 vote. I don't
think there's 50 people.
10 people in a room. It's a 5 to 5 vote.
I honestly think it's like a group of 4 to 8 people. I think
Okay.
it's a small group voting on this.
It's a
very cloak and
subcommittee.
dagger.
It's a subcommittee.
It's
Um,
very Illuminati-esque.
That doesn't sound FIFA-ish at all.
No.
They're an organization that includes lots of opinion and debate and engenders lots of different potential outcomes.
What should the Packers do with Aaron Rodgers? Take him out to the desert, give him a shovel. I don't know.
I mean, you could definitely consider trading him. I mean, the problem is the Packers are probably going to be that team that like wins their way, wins all the way in and still misses the playoffs or something, or, just is live the last week and loses to the Lions or something. And
they have a first place.
Kittle housed it, really? Well, fuck, man. Yeah.
At this point now, you have to cheer for my over.
All right, I will.
Or at least my North Alabama, Colorado over.
Sure. I'll cheer for both. Did you bet any bowls this weekend? Fucking A, man. God damn it. What a shitty game. Niners care. Seahawks are awful. I don't know what to tell you.
I think this will be super telling for the next 2 times the Seahawks have the ball will be super telling for can this team do anything in the remaining games and get yourself going into one of these final playoff spots, or is it just the dream is over and we're sending the entire NFC East?
We're not sending the entire NFC East. We're sending one of Commanders Giants, and we're sending one of Packers Lions, I think.
Boy, Packers would be a tough sell.
I think 9 wins gets you in.
That's true.
They have some tough games, but I think they could get it still. God damn, dude. Did you bet any bowls this weekend?
I did not. No, I only bet the NBA if you specifically tell me, like, hey, there's something you should bet in the NBA, or if Noops plays it during the day.
No, I said bowls. College bowl game.
Oh, I thought you said bowls. The bowls.
No, bowls. Bowls. Did you bet any bowls, Andy? No, bowls. There's a kickoff of college bowl games starting tomorrow. There's some actually kind of decent handicaps on some of these. Did you get anything?
No. Well, I mean, I have some here. Let me see what the one is. I have what's SMU
minus 2.5?
Yeah, I have SMU minus 2.5, SMU minus 3 plus 115. I have a good LSU number somewhere.
That's not until January 2nd, so that's
I know that one.
That has a long time to come back to earth. As LSU
I was going to say there's going to be like 6 LSU players that opt out now.
Yeah, that's absolutely
people that are just jacking it to their minus 6.5s are going to be sad when it closes like 8.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
Todd Bowles?
Todd Bowles? Our friend Brinks talked me into a good look on Wazoo, Fresno State over. Our Fresno State Bulldogs, the Mountain West champs.
Oh shit! I forgot that all happened.
Yeah, going off against Wazoo. Total was like 52 when we bet it, and the handicap was really strong. Wazoo's airing it out. They did it in the Apple Cup. They got a bunch of fucking quotes everywhere. Everyone they won't shut up about how much they love the new look aired out offense. Even though there's not a direct connection to Mike Leach, I wouldn't be surprised if Wazoo shows up and does a little a little bit of a respect for Mike Leach type of a performance.
Did Sir Mix-a-Lot die? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Why in the world that's trending? Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Man. Oh no, he's performing. He performed at halftime. This is how fucked Twitter trends are. Like when someone is trending, it's like, oh my god, did they do something awesome, or are they gone forever?
That is the way it goes.
And of course, everybody
Wazoo,
knows.
Fresno State
everybody
over.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the song. But I would encourage you, if you want to get deeper into Sir Mix-a-Lot's catalog, Swap Meet Louie. Swap Meet Louie. It's about fake Louis Vuitton. I think that's a song you wrote.
Cool.
So not a bad jam. The show is off the rails.
All right,
This
let's
one
call it
or
a
the
day.
Mix-a-Lot show? Or actually, no, the second half has started.
Oh, okay. What's the
Um,
score? 21-3. Fucking unbelievable. Seahawks, man.
See, this is an important drive for the Seahawks.
You think?
So yeah, I need to go home. Any Nintendo Switch game recommendations? You know what I'm gonna get? Just because I was a huge fan of the simplest fucking game Nintendo probably ever made that wasn't like 8-bit Mario Golf. Just Wii Sports was such a banger because no one had done motion control like that yet. So like just being able to bowl and play tennis on that was such a cool innovation, and they've redone that Wii Sports for Switch. So I'm probably getting that for Christmas. That's gonna be a fun.
It's a fun.
Christmas.
It's a fun
It's a
group
fun
activity.
Christmas Day activity.
Yeah.
Plus, we have like 10 feet of snow now.
Nice. The best game for Nintendo Switch is pretty obviously Zelda Breath of the Wild, but
Yeah,
that's
Breath of the
not
Wild is
really. That's one that you buy and you break up with your girlfriend because she's like, "Why in the fuck are you playing this so much?" Like, and I don't really get it. Like, why is this cool?
I gotta find the shrines.
I gotta find the shrines. The one that's fun to play with a girlfriend and was done well was obviously Mario Kart. Like, Mario Kart rocked.
Mario Kart, Mario Party, Super Smash
Mario
Brothers.
Party. Yeah.
Party's great.
Yeah, Super Smash Brothers could get a little contentious if you're beating up
You're
your
drunk.
girlfriend. Yeah, right. It's not good.
One my kid likes is not just Mario Kart, but Mario Kart the like coin runners and Renegade Roundup and those. That's a lot of fun. Just playing those mini games inside of there.
Nice.
My kid is 8.
Yeah.
He loves to watch me play Zelda and help.
Yeah.
He'll like help me, but it's too much for him.
Too much.
He's
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
But he loves the open world concept stuff. So I got him Pokemon Purple or fucking whatever the other day. Loves it. Loves the Pokemon game because you just wander around and right off the bat they give you this Pokemon that is also a motorcycle.
Dude, that's cool.
So you just have a motorcycle Pokemon. Imagine if Link had a motorcycle. How fast you'd get around.
You really don't know about this?
He doesn't have a motorcycle.
He does.
A kite.
No, he has. There's a way to get a motorcycle.
I don't believe that.
Are you joking?
In Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
We're not going to get into this right now.
You haven't gotten a motorcycle yet, Andy? No. So if your son, here's a tip for your son and or Ben's girlfriend. If you are good at Zelda and he or she likes the concepts and is like, but wants to play, but it's too tough. They made the best ever Game Boy game, which was Zelda Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
They made that for Switch colorized. And it's quite cool. It's got an old school 8-bit kind of a feel to it in some ways, but it is cool. And it is the same Zelda story. And it is open world, although it's obviously a much more constrained world.
This is weird. And you know what the game I originally bought the Nintendo Switch to have was
Mario Kart, probably. Right?
No. Untitled Goose Game.
Oh.
I still play that. Just the stupid goose that walks around and causes trouble.
Yeah. I would recommend Wii Party or Mario Party or whatever that is. That's fun.
Yeah, Mario Party is
the party games are fun.
If you get 4 people going, that's a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun. It is. And Mario Kart, of course.
I didn't I knew there were many, many, many Pokemon games. Yeah. And I understand how they work because my brother had a Nintendo a Game Boy Color growing up, and he had like Pokemon Red or whatever.
Yeah.
So I understood how they worked. I'm sure they've gotten better. I didn't realize like that Pokemon game that I bought had come out like 2 days before I bought it. I didn't realize it was brand new. Ooh. I just went to the store saying I'm going to buy whatever Pokemon game is available. And so, I mean, there was people there just jacked. Like this one kid was wearing the Pokemon hat and gear, like he was dressed like a Pokemon trainer and shit.
Awesome.
Like it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Very cool.
Real quick, what's the handicap for the third place game? I played the over.
I hope you're wrong. I hope it's 2-0 Morocco.
Well, I hope it's 9-0 Morocco.
9-0 Morocco would be lovely. I did not hedge my Bono ticket. And even though I asked a bunch of people independently, like point blank, like smart people who have watched every World Cup match, like who should win Golden Gloves, a bunch of them said, unprompted, probably the Croatian guy, Livakovic or whoever.
Yeah. His number's really big.
His number is really big, and his numbers are very good. So prepared for him to get a clean sheet and him to win the Golden Gloves and me to be crying in my soup this weekend.
Pokemon Violet. I just remembered.
You played the over in Morocco, Croatia. I think I would just play Morocco goals over.
I'm not going to get
Croatia because Croatia. You're going to get the Croatian B team, and Croatia literally has much less motivation than Morocco. Morocco's playing for the best ever finish for an African nation. Best ever finish for Morocco.
Yeah, you know who likes to play hard? The B team.
Yeah,
they don't get
trying to make the A team.
Yeah,
but they're not as good. This is my point.
This is fair.
They are fresh. They are fresher though. Morocco's a little beat up, and the game was a little more recent, so that is spooky to me. I just anything but some laughers by Bono that caused them to rethink the Golden Gloves is fine with me. Let's wrap it. I'm gonna go.
Yep. I'm gonna go play with little Lenny.
Ah, there you go.
That guy is out of control.
Is he just how high
everything.
is he? Just high strung and shit?
Not really, but he's a puppy.
Is he starting to recognize you guys and stuff?
Yeah, and he's fine. He loves snow, which is really good.
Oh well, he's a mountain dog. I hope so.
Yeah, he is a mountain dog. So that's good that he likes that.
He's got a lot of snow to clean. Yeah. All right, man. We'll have fun playing with Lenny.
All right.
I'll catch you on Sunday. Hopefully, we can find a winner. Good Lord. Has there been a touchdown yet?
Probably.